Gentlemen, welcome back. You're watching The House of War, episode 34. And today, we're back in the blue. That's right. You reading the title here. If you're anti-police, you're pro-chaos. I'm going to get right into it. But before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Please, let's do it. And hit that share button, man. Let's circulate this. We need the truth now more than ever. And I'm here to provide it for you. Okay? I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to give you the cold, hard truth. And yes, what do we know about the truth? The truth hurts. It hurts. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. Why? Because I care. Now, being anti-police is something like I used to be a big fan of that. Yeah. F the police coming straight from the underground. A young brother got it bad because I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Big Ice Cube fan my entire life. My dad was big on Ice Cube, NWA, F the police. That's popular amongst the people where I've come from. But I'm here to prove and show you guys that that's like not gonna fake. It's the goofiest thing that you could ever imagine. Because for people to be so broken and to be so chaotic, and the answer is order, you'd think being anti-police would be something foolish, because it is. But you think that more people will wake up to understand, like, no, we need the police now more than ever. Dustin, what's going on? You still like Cube, though? I like Cube, too. Absolutely. Like I said, my favorite rapper. He was the person that, you know what I'm saying? He was a rebellious person, just like me. I resonated with him more than anybody else when I was growing up, listening to him. And we talking about the black struggle. That's what he did. He stayed on it, never switched from it, stayed on it. And I appreciate him for it. But he gave me a lot of wisdom, too, at a very young age, mind you. I know more Ice Cube than I know any other rapper. I know a lot of Lil Wayne, though, too. I know a lot of Eminem. I know a lot of Kanye West. I know a lot of 50 Cent. But I don't know anybody music more than Ice Cube. Ice Cube is the truth. What's up, Leo? Let's get into it. We're going to start with scripture. You know me. I gotta drop scripture. I have to. Scripture is this, okay? Romans chapter 13, verse 1 through 2. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. Whoever resists the authority resists what God has appointed. The police are appointed to the people. The police are good. I'll read it again. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. Whoever resists the authority resists what God has appointed. The Bible is clear. Law exists because of law and order. Law exists because God is a God of order. The very concept of law enforcement stems from divine structure. Lucifer didn't get kicked out of heaven because of what he said. He got kicked out for rebellion. That's what anti-police culture really is. It's a celebration of rebellion. Being against lawful authority, right? When it is just and righteous, it's not noble. It's not revolutionary. It's sin. It's sin. And this spirit has taken hold, especially in Black America. Proverbs 24:21. My son, fear the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. Black Americans today don't just distrust the police. They hate the rules. They hate following order. There's a spirit of lawlessness growing and growing and growing. Don't tell me what to do. Don't correct me. Don't hold me accountable. That's the mind of a lot of Black Americans. That mindset is not freedom. It's spiritual slavery. You guys are slaves to the mind. Let me show you guys how this started. and how propaganda turned us against the police through selective outrage, media coverage, Hollywood. Black Americans were trained to hate the police. The phrase F12 or Buck 12, if you can put two and two together, has been normalized in rap music. TVs and movies glorify criminals and demonize officers. One bad interaction is shown on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat to represent the entire police force. Crazy, right? Give you a fact. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, over 83% of police citizen interactions are peaceful and non-confrontational. 83%. And I'm gonna give you 10 movies. Now pay attention. 10 movies that demonize and promote distrust within the police. Leo, the Bible is the book of common sense. Yes, it is, brother. Yes, it is. 100%. Let me give you some movies that show you that try to confuse black people to, hey, police are bad. Training Day. That's 2001. A corrupt black cop trains a white rookie in lawlessness. We remember the movie. If you ever seen the movie Training Day, what does it show you? The main character or the protagonist of the movie is Denzel Washington, and he's this corrupt cop. He's super corrupt. He's anti-citizen. He's anti-police. He is just a bad egg, and he's the protagonist of the movie. And guess what? Training Day is very popular. We love Training Day. And he is a crook throughout the whole film. Boys in the Hood. It shows you a black officer harassing his own community. We've seen the police for absolutely no reason. The police pulled over Trey and Ricky, yank him up, put him against the car, just enforcing that image of police officers hate black people. Fruitvale Station. The entire film centers on a fatal police shooting. That's the movie with Michael B. Jordan. The whole movie was about how a police officer killed a man. Menace to society. Police shown as hostile and disconnected, like they don't have any connections in any sort of spiritual connection with anybody in the neighborhood. They hate the police in that movie hate the neighbors. You got Straight Outta Compton. These are some of black Americans' favorite movies. You got Straight Outta Compton. It follows the NWA's rise and birth of F the Police. NWA, the niggas with attitudes. They got big and blew up off of that song, F the Police. 2018, The Hate You Give. 1995, Clockers. 1992, Juice. Law enforcement is absent or corrupt. They're either not there or they're dirty. All of the movies that black Americans are, that we love the most, it shows you the police officers being just evil. And then we pick up this idea that police officers are anti-citizen, anti-people, and they hate black people. Oh, then there's this image of, hey, this was the slave patrol. The slave patrol was made, and the people that was on slave patrol are the police officers now. American Skin. A man takes justice to his own hands after a police shooting. Every movie is depicted, and they always put the image of the police officer is the bad guy. Mind you, police are the good guys. It's cops and robbers. How do we have so many films and so much music reinforcing that the police are the bad guys? It's bad, I tell you, bad. Let me give you some rap songs. NWA, F the Police. Tupac, Trapped, and I Don't Give a F, where it paint police as the enemies. Right? You got Kendrick Lamar with songs like All Right, that's saying the police are oppressors. Lil Baby dropped that goofy song. I remember when that song came out. Then this dude is a clown. The Bigger Picture, when he was just talking about, oh, the police keep shooting us. The police keep killing us. The police keep attacking us. Stop. Meek Mill always dropping songs talking about how the police be killing us and shooting us and they don't care about us. And mind you, I'm gonna give you the statistic again. 83% of police interactions are peaceful and non-confrontational. That's according to the Bureau of Justice statistics. All right. It's in the music. It's not just music, it's brainwashing. Right? It's a generation raised on rebellion. And the music is just enforcing it. So what is it doing? It's creating fear. It is. It's brainwashing. And it's this created fear not of criminals, but of the very people trying to stop the criminals. That's mental slavery. Do you know what you're doing to people when you reinforcing that the people that's there to save you are the people that's there to kill you? Now you got a neighborhood full of chaos. That's not good for anyone. That's not good for and I digress. But we're gonna get back to how you niggas act when police come around. All right? You can't say the police are evil, then call 911 when your cousin gets shot. You can't scream defund the police, but expect justice when a child is kidnapped. Oh, the police got to do something. Give you an example. In Chicago, over 2,500 Black Americans were murdered in 2022. That's over 80% of those cases. And over 80% of those cases were solved or investigated by the police. So how can we say that they're against us? How can we say that the police are against us if they're solving the crimes? Are you niggas outside doing anything about when people get killed? No way. No how. None of that. Nothing. You niggas aren't doing anything. Nothing. But the police are the bad guys. Okay. But it's not the police. You hate authority. Black Americans, they don't like authority. Of course, I'm not talking about all. This doesn't just apply to Black Americans. It applies to disorderly people. Only thing is, a lot of Black Americans are disorderly now. And it wasn't always like this. This is why we're this at. Because when America was great, we were law-abiding citizens that supported the police. Why wouldn't you support the police? It's goofy. You don't want to be corrected, Black American man, Black American woman. You don't want to be corrected, and you don't want accountability. This is why we don't like the police. Proverbs 28, verse 4. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law strive against them. And I'm going to tell you 10 reasons why the police are good for the Black community. Good for the Black community. And this isn't about, because I see people with the impress word. It's not about impressing anybody. This is about order. The police are there to establish and enforce law and order. And for some way, somehow, in y'all heads, y'all think that's a bad thing. Like, make it make sense. The people you call on when things go wrong are the evil guys. That's not true. It's those men with the badges on that pull up every time you call are the bad guys. I'm lost. The ones that's enforcing law and order, you're blessed. Black Americans, you are blessed. You're privileged that you can call these people by 3 digits and they pull up and help you. What are you upset about? What are you crying about? How are these the bad guys? The people that's solving all of the cases while you niggas don't do anything but just sit there solving your family's murders, solving sexual assaults, kidnappings, carjackings. Somebody stole your car. They got to go out there and find it while you sit on your black ass. Stop it. I'm not trying to hear that. Oh, he trying to impress somebody. Trying to impress what? I'm telling you, I'm trying to put it in your head that you got the game wrong. You mixing it up. You're messing it up. You're not thinking about this correctly. You're rebelling against something that's good. Police it's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Like, what do you? I don't get it. And then we pretend when there's a bad apple that it just represents the entire police unit and the whole purpose of the police. Oh, the whole purpose of the police is to be evil. Stop. Y'all are fried. One, they save lives, literally. When there's an EMT response or stopping a shooter, the police are the first one on the scene. When somebody is shooting, the police pull up. risking their lives to save people around this, to save the community, to help the civilians. That's evil, right? Okay. They solve murders. The black victims deserve justice, don't we? The police officers are serving the people. They're solving the murders. Who else is doing that? You niggas ain't doing that. They fight drug crime. Oh, y'all hate that. Do y'all hate when drugs is not circulating through the neighborhood anymore? Do y'all got an issue with this? It's what's going on? Oh, the policemen, they keep coming around here messing with us. What? Trying to establish law and order? I know this energy, right? I have Uncle Phil. He's the mayor now. We were chaotic when we were kids. And when he came around, we straightened up and we hated it. We did not like when he came around because he used to put us in our place. Like a man supposed to. Like a man that's establishing law and order supposed to. We hated seeing my Uncle Phil coming. We did. It was like, oh, my God, am I trying to hear this? But he was right. He was putting us in line. He was putting us in order. Right? They stopped domestic violence. Black women benefit the most from police protection. If it wasn't for police, it'd be more dead. It'd be way more dead black women than it ever is. Because guess who's there to save them? While your next door neighbor, while all of your black neighbors and all your black friends and all the black men that's around not doing nothing when that woman is getting beat on, the police do. The police are there to help her. The police help these black women when they getting abused by you niggas. Period. They find the missing people. They find the missing persons. 40% of missing children are black. The police are there to find them, find those people, find those kids. The police are there to find the kids. I'm lost. What are we talking about? This sounds like a good entity to me. This sound like something. Come on now. If you ever had to understand or realize, think about this. If you lived in a country where this wasn't possible, where they didn't have police, what would it look like? Right? They de-escalate hundreds of situations and peacefully every day. Where it could get escalated, the police are there to de-escalate it. Most of the time. Remember, 83% of police interactions are peaceful. While you try to be like, oh, they escalated sometimes too. They very well can. They very well can. I've been in situations where the police was doing too much, and we're going to get back to that later. They prevent gangs from taking over. Is that a bad thing or is that a good thing, black people? Black people. When the police come around and they rough the gangs up, is that a bad thing? Is that bad? It's sick, I tell you. Sick. Rebel God, what's going on? I got you, brother. They protect the schools and the churches. The police do that. The police protecting the schools and the churches. You niggas ain't doing that. And can I get on y'all real quick? Black men, y'all don't police nothing. Black men in the neighborhood don't police anything. Never. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Y'all live by a stop snitching code. So the police can't even really actually even do their job mostly. If the citizens was more involved, we can get a lot more cleaner neighborhoods. But guess what? You niggas hate law and order. It's weird. They help natural disasters. They help with that too. They gotta do everything. They have to uphold order. That protects the vulnerable. That protects the people that can't do anything. That's a good thing, guys. This isn't rocket science. But yet we got hashtags saying defund the police. The people that's saving the kids, protecting the women, lowering the crime. And we're saying defund the police? I'm lost. Give you statistical history, man, of crime and policing from the 1900 to now, right? From 1900 to now, the 1900s through 1950s, black communities were tightly knit, right? Crime was lower. There was a strong church presence and community accountability. Something you niggas ain't really hip to. Y'all don't really like holding each other accountable nowadays. But law enforcement was respected. Even when racial tension existed, law enforcement was still respected. Back in the day, they respected the police. They know the police was a good thing. They needed law and order. Law and order is good. That's a great thing. Mind you, 200 years ago, we were slaves. There wasn't any police. There wasn't anybody coming to save people for the slaves. So you talking about a generation of people that grew up on plantations, lived in a society where they can call law enforcement and get help. That's a good thing, bro. They not looking at that like, oh, but these niggas is out here to attack us. They out here killing us. They might have been upset with the service sometimes. They might have not had the best service, but at the end of the day, no, police were a good thing for people back in the day, and they understood that. But I'll tell you where the turning point happened. When the civil rights movement came around, co-opted by the radicals, Martin Luther Kings and Rosa Parks and them, riots and drug trade and anti-police rhetoric began rising. And then it was all the police. They spraying us with water hose. They sicking dogs on us. Stop the cap, bro. Yes, it happened. Yes, they were out there rioting in the streets, and the police was out there trying to establish order. That's what they do. That's their whole purpose. So, but the rhetoric still continued. And then we start picking up this distrust for the police officers, the people that's there, the people that signed that made an oath to help the people, put their right hand on a Bible. I will do my job. Then the 1980s came. Through the 1990s, the crack epidemic explodes. Homicide skyrockets in inner cities. Imagine if you had to be a police officer in the trenches, in the ghetto. Imagine if you had to do that. Imagine if you had to be a police officer in the ghetto where it's crack everywhere and niggas killing each other. Imagine if you had to go through that. What would you have to do? What would be your purpose there? Your purpose there to lower the crime rate. The police officers should be honored, not looked at like they're like evil people or like they're there to get people. You can't. It can't go both ways. They're there to establish justice. In fact, in 1990, New York City had 2,262 murders. Today, post-crime reduction strategies with more police, it's under 400. 1990, 2,262 murders in New York. And nowadays, it's under 400. The black homicide rate today, according to the CDC, homicide is the leading cause of death for black males ages 15 to 34. And let me tell you, they ain't being killed by the police. Do some people get killed by the police? Of course. But they're not even in the top 10 of demographic of black men being killed. They're not in it. It's not. Rarely happens. Who benefits from black crime and anti-police settlement? Think about it. Let me tell you who benefits from it and who will invest into black people being criminals. The people that's invested into private prisons, right? Stock rises when sales are filled up. Let me put two and two together for you. Politicians, they use racial chaos to campaign. Politicians are heavily invested into the prison systems also. But when politicians are pushing or when they're being race soldiers like the Democrats, they benefit from that stuff. They benefit from that. Corporations for security, people that sell security, insurance, bail services, they benefit from black men going to prison. But for us to look at the police like the people that's establishing law and order like they're the enemy, it's just like it's a disingenuous thinking pattern because you're not even thinking about it correctly. You're looking at it wrong. Wakanda Gold. I got pulled today. No insurance, no registration, and no safety inspection. I didn't lie, and the cop let me go. Let me know with the inspection ticket. Did you get shot? Wakanda guy? Did they pull you out the car, slam you, and put their knee on your neck? I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they didn't. Most black people secretly want the police. Honestly, think about that. There's a lot of talk. Oh, defund the police. That's not really that's not. Honestly, ask a black person for real. They like the police. They want the police. They do. Give you a poll. 81% of black Americans want the same amount or more police in their neighborhoods. Even those who criticize the police still want them around. I'm 100% sure about that. We've been trained to speak one way in public, but live another way in private, right? Well, no, but I'm sure they thought about it. I'm in Virginia. I'll put that on, man. I didn't lie, and the cop let me go with an inspection ticket. I like that. Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. And look, let me tell you about Bass Reeves. This is good policing. I'm gonna give you some good police history, right? Bass Reeves was a real Lone Ranger, a black deputy who arrested 3,000 criminals. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? When criminals get arrested, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Black officers who patrolled our communities with honor since the 1800s, guys. We have black police officers since the 1800s. So and there's this whole sentiment of why the police officers are white evil people when police officers are black too. Are they anti-black also? No, they're anti-chaos. They're anti-crook, anti-criminal. And criminals and people with no order and don't want any order and don't want any accountability, they don't want the police officers around. They don't want them around. When black parents raise their children to respect the badge, neighborhoods thrive. We honor soldiers. We honor athletes. But we shame the men and women protecting the streets? That's backwards. Is that not backwards? Am I tripping? We must black the blue. We must back the blue. Kim Ruling, I'm lost. Why as a black man do you support Trump? He's as racist as they come. Lady, I've never mentioned Trump out of my mouth tonight. Scripture. Let's get it. 1 Corinthians chapter 14:33. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1-2. Pray for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life. We must pray for our police officers. We must bless our police officers. They're putting their lives on the line for us. But yet you have these chaotic neighborhoods, chaotic cities, chaotic communities that's anti-police. What are we doing? Where do you think this takes us? It takes us here. Look at our neighborhoods now. Chaos. Chaos. You see when they didn't want NWA jumping on the stage saying F the police. And this is why. This is why. Because look at what we have now. Look at our cities. Look at our neighborhoods. Yeah, it's weird to hear a black man saying back the blue. But I back the blue 100%. Because the blue is the one that's establishing order in these chaotic neighborhoods we want to call home. It's sick, I tell you. The fact that we have so many people at a large clip saying F the police. We even got it in the music. F12. What are we doing? Is this real? Is this a simulation? Like, what's going on? F the police? Order? Justice? Forget order and justice? What are we saying? It's like the black man mind is just gone. And mind you, this wasn't a thing 50, 60 years ago. This is new. This is brand new. Brand new. We have a preamble in the U.S. Constitution. It says establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. The Fourth Amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches. The Sixth Amendment guarantees a fair trial where law enforcement gathers and presents evidence. These principles weren't made to hurt the people. They were built to protect the people. America is built on being protected from government tyranny. Not the other way around. This country is pro, hold on, government. You don't have power over us. The citizens have the power. That's who we are. So to believe that the police gets put in these positions to where they can violate you, you're already missing the point of the police. The police aren't here for that. They're here to protect you and your God-given rights. So we have to be clear. Being anti-police isn't brave. It's kind of goofy. You're kind of blind, right? It's rebellion. You want justice, right? If you want justice, You need law. You want safety. You need order. You want peace. You need police. If you want stronger families, better communities, safer streets, it starts with honoring those who serve and protect us. We cannot hold bad cops accountable without hating good ones. Like, why are we doing this? This is not about politics either. It's about principles. And it's backed by both the word of God and the Constitution of the United States. So we have to have clear minds on this. Black America and you low vibrational Americans in general, your hate for the police gets you nowhere. Your hate for the police only leads to chaos, because when you hate the police, you're going against order. That's exactly why they're here. They're here to establish law and order. Let's read some comments, man. I want to see what y'all talking about. 1 Thessalonians 15, chapter 17, verse, I live by this every day. Yes, sir. Jimi Hendrix, back the blue, back the blue, back the blue all day. Tunisia, Washington, make America great again. Let's go. Iron Cannon, God loves you. Jesus loves you, baby. Let's go. Tunisia, I'm team blue. I'm team blue all day. I even wore, you feel me? I even put my black and blue on tonight. Had to. William, thank you for understanding and supporting them, brother. It is so refreshing to see others actually showing support for those brave men and women. I have nothing but respect for anybody that put on that badge. Nothing but respect. Because I know how many times my family had to call on the authorities. And I've ran into situations where cops violated me. Came to my home. You feel me? My dad called the police officer, because me and my brother was fighting, and my dad called the police, and we called 911. Like, man, could somebody come get me? My son's over here fighting. I need somebody to take me home. And they fight, just being, you know what I'm saying? We was drunk, fooling around. They came to my doorstep, but my dad had already left, and I'm like, oh, nobody's here. He's already gone. Nothing's going on anymore. They already gone. My little brother and my dad, they left. They're gone. And the police was like, all right, hold on, I need to talk to you. Okay, what you want to talk about? I can't tell you anything. They're already gone. This was like 5-6 years ago. They're already gone. I don't know what else you want me to do. Can we look in the house? No, you can't look in the house. They're already gone. And I'm outside talking to them on my front porch. I'm like, look, I'm going in the house. And he grabs me. What are you doing? Hold on, what are you doing, dude? Get your hands off me. I don't have to talk to you. And they really put me in cuffs and put me in a car. Put me in cuffs and put me in a car because I wouldn't talk to him. Straight violation. Straight violation. And I still back the blue. And that's not even the worst thing. I see my little brother get pepper sprayed for no reason. Like, no reason. By a police officer. Violation. And I still back the blue. Police officers dropped me off in the neighborhood so I could get hurt. Intentionally put me in a bad neighborhood so something bad could happen to me. It happened to me, right? Even with all of these bad situations, I still back the blue because what they're doing is good. And if you ever remove police officers from these neighborhoods, especially the black neighborhoods, we become Sodom and Gomorrah like that. Because black people, black men, nowadays, do not police their neighborhoods. They don't. We have a no snitching policy. You feel me? We got a mind your own business policy. You feel me? Back in the day, your neighbors used to whoop your ass. They not allowed to do that no more. Hell, the parents not even allowed to whoop their children anymore. Policing is not a thing within the Black American communities anymore. It's just not. And then we wonder why we're here, why it's chaotic. It's because we're not policing anymore. Justice isn't being served. It's sick. Some people like knowledge, and some people scared of themselves. That's why they can't face the truth. 100%. I didn't see any backing of the blue on January 6th. Kim Cooper, kick rocks. Charles Brown, you got to understand, sometimes police mess up, but you need them. What you need is people from the communities doing policing, so in a sense, they can understand the people they are overlooking. I love that, Charles Brown. Love that. And civilians also need to stop doing ignorance. 9 times out of 10, police don't just show up unless someone dialed 911. Thank you so much. Thank you. It ain't like they patrolling the streets looking for trouble. If they pull up on your doorstep, somebody call. 100%. And my favorite thing about the police is because the women aren't being protected. I'm a big believer, man. Look, I love women so much. I feel like they're the most vulnerable, and especially in the black American neighborhoods, and they aren't being protected because it's already bad enough that the fathers aren't present, right? It's already bad enough that they aren't getting married. So these black adult women, like age 50 and younger, they aren't married, and their dads most likely isn't around. So they're vulnerable. Like they have nobody. And they live amongst people that don't believe in policing or calling the police. That's scary. That makes them very vulnerable. A man will smack the crap out of a woman right in front of 10 men, and niggas won't do nothing. They'll sit there and turn the other cheek. You suckers. Niggas are lame. And this is why I back the blue. Because the blue is going to do something. They're not going to let you do that. This is why I love the police. One of the reasons why I love the police. You hear me? My son is in school right now to be a Chardon, Ohio cop. That's what's up. Hey, God bless that brother, man. I hope he has a great career. I hope he has a wonderful career. I'm going to register to be a cop once I graduate. Look, we need more police officers, and we need them bad. Nice to meet you, Black MAGA. Nice to meet you, Summon Stash. I'm a liberal cop. A liberal cop? What's a liberal cop? Liberal cop says hi. Yeah, the cops beat me up in front of my house in 2015 because I was trying to discipline my kids. Tell me to watch how I talk to them at my house. They beat me up and called the ambulance. Man, that's messed up. Yeah, they beat my sisters up. What's this? 2012, 2013. And my little brother pulled out a camera to record them, and they see the flash, and it's snowing everywhere. He see the flash on my little brother camera, so he gets up. His name Officer Cresswell. I'll never forget it. I watched it with my own eyes. He gets up and tries to grab the phone from my brother because my brother had him on camera stuffing my sister's head in the snow, but they were just fighting at McDonald's, so they had the right to be there and stuff like that. They ain't like they just pulled up, but they were just wrestling these little girls. These girls are teenagers at this time. My little brother recorded it. The cop gets up, tried to grab the phone, misses. My little brother, he crossed him up. Bruh slipped. After he slipped, he got up and sprayed my brother in the face with pepper spray. Pepper sprayed him. All because he was mad he couldn't catch his phone. My little brother hit the pavement. He hit the ground. I'm looking like, why he go down? What the hell? We thought he tased him. He sprayed him. Then after he sprayed him, mind you, it was snow outside. They took water to cool his eyes off outside in like 10-degree weather with snow. And it's freaking cold, pour water all over his eyes. And he had to sit outside and just eat that. Freezing it. Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. I was pissed. And he got a fine for it, went to court, paid for it, kept it pushing. He didn't even fight for it. Ouch. I got an ambulance. They started switching the badges, and I ended up in a psych ward. But still, to this day, I will call 911. But still, to this day, I will call 911. 100%, you have to. Police don't stop crime. Police report crime. Nah, they stop crime too. I've been taken down by police too. Dustin M, I've been taken down by police too. Some aren't as good as others, but neither are we. I was taken down without them running my info, and the judge lost in and told me to look into filing a civil lawsuit, because that's possible for us. If we are violated, we can pursue justice ourselves, right? We still and I still back them after everything I've seen. I still back them. Police violated me a few times. But I'm not going to point out a few bad apples and say, oh, man, these dudes are evil, wicked. No, I'm still going to call the police. I'm still going to back them, too. Some police don't know the law. And that's an issue, too. They don't. There's a high turnaround rate in these police units, especially in the inner city. But I know why. It's people, especially in the inner city. Nobody want to be a police officer in the ghetto, bro. That's tough. It's tough, but they need it the most. But the people in the ghetto don't want it. They don't want police. They don't want order. They don't want justice. They want to handle it on their own. They don't want anybody else to get involved. It's like a sovereign neighborhood amongst the entire city. and they're anti-police. If you back the blue, if you support the police, hit the like button for me. Today we backing the blue today. Hit the like button if you support the police, and if you think that we need more police, hit the like button for me, or tap the screen twice. No sexual assault offenders allowed, yo. A liberal cop is someone who helps citizens and votes the best he can. Yo, RFK Jr. says he's never met an autistic adult, but what? What are you talking about? You can kick rocks for that one, because that's high key foul. So no more $200. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a hard job. You're dealing with gangs, pimps, homeless. Being a police officer is extremely taxing daily. Can only imagine how much BS they deal with daily, bro. That has to be bro. I can only imagine, like, being a police officer in the ghetto. What? Where it's gonna happen all day. You know you're gonna have a day every single day. You know it, and then you gotta worry about your life. I mean, and the ghetto. They're not like police killers. Like, I mean, as bad as the trenches is, it ain't like people just be aiming to kill the police. Now you gonna run into some people that's gonna go crazy, and you gonna run into some people with some mental health issues that might, you know what I'm saying, you might have to drop them. And you don't have to kill them, but that's one thing I don't like the police. I don't like about the police. They're trained to, you know what I'm saying, to de-escalate, right? They need to get better at de-escalating, because I seen this guy, man. He was attacking this police officer with his hands. Yeah, he was a bigger guy, but man, there's other weapons you can use. You don't have to actually kill him every single time, and they don't. And most people don't get killed. But there is a few instances where I just be like, damn, you didn't have to shoot him, and then they'll unleash the clip on you. Like, anytime they pull, they pulling. Like, I ain't never seen a cop say, pop, pop, hold on, brother, you tripping. It's never like a de-escalation. It's when I pull this trigger, it's over with. You're done. Like, I just wish sometimes some cops would just tone it down a little bit. You don't, because for me, well, I'm a Christian. I would never want to be a person that ever killed anybody. So I would try my best to not kill someone. Now, I pull the trigger though. If I see a gun pointed at me, oh, it's over with. I'm gonna have to. I got family to go back to, but to straight execute somebody that don't have a weapon or that's not threatening you at all, I couldn't even put myself in that position, man. I just, man, that's something I couldn't even bounce back from. Because bad neighborhoods don't like getting caught. Yeah, absolutely. Bad neighborhoods, they want to continue to run rampant around the neighborhood and do whatever they want to do. Police officers are in love because police officers are like a dad. You feel me? Police, don't nobody like their dad when they're kids. Why? Because the dad he's establishing law and order. Kids don't like being orderly at first. You know what I'm saying? When you a young man, especially when you a young man, you don't like being told what to do. You don't like being, you know what I'm saying? You don't like that discipline that's being pushed on you. It's not a comfortable feeling. Excuse me. You want to do what you want to do, and police officers, they're like that. They're the fathers of the neighborhood. They're there to establish discipline and order. You know what I'm saying? When you driving enough and you get enough speed tickets, you slow down. Like, hold on, let me stop doing this. But the police officer, people got this idea, especially people from where I come from, that the police officers pick on you when they pull you over for speeding. No, are you thinking about the bigger picture? If everybody is speeding and driving the way they want to, that's more that's more car accidents, that's more injuries, that's more deaths. So it's a good thing when police officers are pulling you over for speeding, because it's lowering the risk of someone being killed. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So to complain about you getting pulled over for speeding, oh, you didn't have to give me a ticket and all of that. No, you need a ticket. You need one. You need to be shown. You need to be reinforced that you need to stop speeding. I love your hat. Thank you, VSCO. I've got the same hat. I've been wearing it for 4 years. No, this the new one. This the 2020. This the 2024 ball. I ain't got the 2020 ball. I ain't really like. I wasn't really a Trump guy back in 2020. Um, this whole world has been flawed for thousands of years. I mean, yeah, the world definitely been flawed, but the world is still a great place too. Like the world is good. The people are good. I say the spirits of the people are good. Tunisia, Washington. That same officer came to my house and sat in my driveway multiple nights while my kids were missing. I filed a missing police report for my kids. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what it means to have a good police, man. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there for you, and that's a good thing for all of us because a lot of us, especially in these inner city communities, we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable to being attacked, being harassed, being being abused, being violated of our rights because there's a bunch of people that don't like law and order anymore, especially nowadays. And the police officer, they have to get stronger. They have to be invested into more. We need more young men that's willing to join the police force so we can have more order and more discipline amongst our citizens because as weak as the cops get, the worse the neighborhood becomes. Simple as that. Most of them are just protecting. Mike, yes, they are. Dustin M. It's no wonder we have less fathers in the home, more crime on the streets, and less God throughout the week. It's in sad times. Make America great again. Dustin, right there, man. Like it's all playing a part. It's all playing a role into this whole entire the brokenness and the fallen state of the American people. It's bad. Which comes on here. Wakanda Gold. Individuals that are law enforcement officials are held to a higher level of standard for sure. Uh, that's fear of the law, not respect. Sometimes it can be fear of the law and not respect, but they are not everywhere. Uh, in your opinion, in my opinion, yes, you are right, but that would actually make them respect. Oh, that's y'all going back and forth. Maybe they wouldn't hold the law in high regard, and they may also hate the people who enforce it. Yeah, it's even on the George Floyd issue. I think they did some kind of anniversary around that. And when the George Floyd thing happened, I'm like, okay, this dude definitely going to jail for having his knee on his neck for that long. Did he end up dying? I'm like, oh yeah, he going to jail. And there is something I never looked into. I never looked into it yet, but there is. I hear that he actually didn't die from the knee being on his neck. He died from a drug overdose, fentanyl, which is unfortunate too. But I've seen the way they was treating George Floyd prior to him being on the ground. They weren't being extra aggressive with him. And then I think that he asked to be put on the ground because he wouldn't get in the car. He kind of asked for that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you know, what I'm saying, and I'm not a big man. Just listen to the police officer, and nothing ain't what happened to you. Like I ain't really big on that, right? But because like that happened to me. Like dude came to my front porch and violated me. Like I wasn't about to sit there and be compliant to somebody that just violated my rights. Um, but you do have to be complicit a lot of times because it can happen to you. They will do it to you. They will slam you on your head. They got it. They can't be punks. You can't be soft with people, right? Especially when you do police. Like if you end up being a soft police unit, like the people they're gonna take over. You don't want that because if people take over, inmates are running the asylum, it's gonna be bad for your entire neighborhood. Officer Locke has been in my house a few times, and it just struck a nerve when you was talking about police. And some police can be dirty, and some can be ones to help. But I never knew. I never knew this about the police a lot. But I'm glad he is locked up. 15 years. It just goes to show you never know who people are. Yeah, if the police end up doing bad things, they're gonna get what's coming to them. And then even if the justice systems of America don't do anything, they're gonna get what's coming to them because God is real. And I know a few police officers. Yes, I have yes, I have the police scanner on my phone, and I turn it on every night about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and the streets be crazy. The streets don't sleep, man. It's sad. I was in Akron at a football game, and they had an active police shooter on campus. It's a it's a thing that like people have to deal with. I just what I'm saying. I just hope it don't hit my doorstep. You know what I'm saying? You like the guy on Too Strong, Marlon. Are you guys related? Possibly, brother. Possibly. Uh, Mike, they just trying to help most people. I believe they are. Stonebrook Jones, you're a smart young man. Thank you, Stonebrook Jones. I appreciate that. Tunisia Washington, you got women who attack police officers too. What about that? Yeah, man, the women are in a fallen state a lot of the time because the men are, and when, like I said, a lot of women don't have fathers or husbands, and that puts women in a very vulnerable position to where they, you know what I'm saying, they got this attitude problem nowadays. And black women, I want to touch on that too, what I don't do is I don't hold women accountable for their behaviors, because if they are broken and their spirit isn't on point, like I said, I just hold accountability to the man. I do. That's just who I am. I'm never a person that says it's the woman's fault, because I know the power men have. And when a man is doing the right thing and he's leading his family the right way, and he's being a great father to his daughter, and he's being a good husband to his wife, yes, she's gonna fall too, like we all do. But our direction and our us leading will keep the women in a peaceful zone. And what I'm afraid of is the women are lacking that now, especially inner city Black American women. But so if a woman is attacking the police officers, um, it's most likely due to her just living in a chaotic lifestyle. The police do rescue us from the Karens of the world. Yeah, sometimes. Um, the Black community issue with cops is they act all crazy around them. If they just chill out and take the L respectively, they'd be fine. But they be riding too dirty to chill out. Yeah, man. So it's just a bunch of greedy people, envious people. People like to make the excuse that, well, we wouldn't do this if we were broke, if we weren't broke, if the economy wasn't bad, if we didn't have money. And I'll bring you back to the Great Depression, where they didn't have money at all. And during the Great Depression, Black people still weren't criminals. They still wasn't running wild because they kept God at the center. So it kept them in order. The only thing is, you know what I'm saying, when you got a community that don't praise the Lord, you got a community that don't follow God, or don't follow Jesus, right? You end up with a community full of chaos. And now the police has to be the God for these people. Like, it's sad. And they're rejecting it. When you reject order, you're rejecting God. When you reject order, you're like I said, I titled this, if you're anti-police, you're pro-chaos. If you're anti-order, you're pro-chaos. You're doing the devil's work now. When you want a catastrophe, that's the devil's work. That's what chaos is, right? And if you're anti-police, you hockey don't even know it, but you're rebelling. That's what you're doing. It's not that the police are doing anything wrong. It's the fact that you don't like order. Some people don't like them because they don't like getting in trouble, and they know what they did was wrong, and they're guilty. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Protect yours. You believe in Christ? 100%. Do I believe in Christ? I know Christ. I know Christ is real. It's true. I'm mixed, and I agree. Mike, I love the law. 100%. Me too, brother. Arm up and learn your laws. Can't depend on the police ever. Depend on them for what? Take the clan hoodie off on. I don't got no clan hoodie, bro. I got my MAGA hat on, though. You hear me? Jay, God forbid a Black man think for himself. Man, that's not even, bro. I'm a red breed out here. You hear me? Jordan Bergman. Respect to you, bro. Appreciate you, Jordan. Thank you, brother. Look at this. Jay's on the plantation, y'all. Ooh. Bootlicker. Who a bootlicker? Me? Licking what boots? I don't lick boots. You hear me? That's not true. Damn, you're the Lulu. Nah, not me. Who's speaking like a fool? Not me. He asked for a crazy. This dude gotta be special ed. Definitely not. I can't wait for you to end up in heaven. Oh man, I know, right? Like, I'm gonna take my rightful place eventually. Trump rejects God. You forget 1,000 things happen every day. How about you make sure this is one of them? I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. Oh, yeah, the P's back. Steven Stevenson. That's a heck of a name, brother. That's a heck of a name. You think you're white? Who you talking to? Me? You gotta be talking about somebody in the comment section. I don't do race. Oh man, now okay, now you got all the hate bots coming in. Man, sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this, guys. It's a bunch of haterade in the building now. Haterade. But we talking about police here. If y'all want to talk about the police and how great the police officers are, and hit that like button for me if you support the police. If you back the blue, hit the like button for me, man, because that's what we're here talking about. Because a lot of the inner city people, a lot of inner city Americans, they have an issue with law and order, and I don't, man. I love law and order. I love that the police are here. I love the fact that I get to dial 3 numbers on my phone and they pull up and they help you. Like that's incredible. That's an incredible privilege. Imagine living in Zimbabwe. Imagine that. Imagine living amongst the tribes in Southeast Asia or something. You don't get this. You don't get this kind of privilege. William Mills, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing great. Thank you, William. I'm doing good, man. I had a great day today. My daughter's last day of school is tomorrow. We got chapel in the morning. We're going to do a whole lot of praising to Jesus Christ, and we're going to say goodbye to everybody and be back at church on Sunday to see everybody again. My daughter, she goes to the school. She goes to school at our church. Our church has a school. And so it's funny. I don't know anybody that's been in this situation before, but she's going to be going to church at her school every week. So she's never going to really have an actual break from the building. It's kind of sweet. Mute us for a few. I want to hear what you got to say. Oh, yeah, I appreciate you, Dustin. Yeah. I'll take a little break in a second. I hope so that you won't. Whoa, Jesus is Lord. Texas Yeater. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. No, gang, police ain't policing correctly. They could do more. What could they do more? And what do you mean policing correctly? With all due respect, different people have different experiences with cops. Yeah, me too. I've had great experiences with cops, and I've had terrible experiences with cops where I feel like my rights was violated on numerous occasions. But I still back the blue because I understand the purpose of the blue. Because like you use one interaction and say, "Oh, the whole police force is terrible, and the whole purpose of the police is terrible." But the purpose of the police is a great thing. Think about the purpose of the police. And not what they train most people to do. Oh, it's slave patrol. These people were the slave patrollers, and now they're the no. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not gonna be bothered by the police. Like this doesn't happen. If you're driving and you're driving civilly and you're not speeding or anything, you won't even run it. The police won't even bother you. Won't say nothing to you. If your tags is there and they're not expired, you can't run into the police. It's impossible. They're not looking for people. Now, I did get pulled over one time, and I think it was 'cause I was black. I'm gonna be honest. Like I had a red Mustang. The top was dropped. You feel me? I ain't gonna say I was black, but it kind of was. I locked eyes with this dude. I'm driving past a nice car in the middle of the hood. Maybe, I guess. You know, so I don't know. He pulled me over though and act like he was. My sticker was on the back. I didn't have a plate yet, but I had the tag in the window, which was clear. But he pulled me over anyway. And then when he got to the car, he looked at the window. Like, oh, your tag is back there. I'm like, yeah, it's back there. So, what's your RAS, brother? What's your RAS? Reasonable articulable suspicion. And he didn't tell me. He just said, well, I thought you didn't have a plate. I'm like, well, now that you see I do have something there, do you need my license? Because now you don't have a RAS. And he took my license anyway. I gave it to him. Lame. And then he gave me, and mind you, when I get pulled over, I ain't get pulled over in a minute. But when I get pulled over, my wallet is in here. So I took my seatbelt off to grab my wallet. This fool gave me a seatbelt ticket. I went to court and fought it though. I don't go to court and just be like, oh, I'll pay the fine. I go to court. I actually go to war at court. I don't play at court. You hear me? Let's go. If you influenced by spiritual motivation in the political environment, you were lost, homie. You're wrong, brother. Wow. What's up with all this Trump stuff? Y'all gotta chill. Same police find trouble. You think the police look for trouble? I don't think police look for trouble. I need a motive behind that. I can see if the police had like some sort of incentives for making arrest? I mean, do they get paid to solve cases? Like, what would be the motive behind police looking for trouble? You said some police look for trouble. Maybe they have. I think it's this. I think, and mind you, I'm not educated on this stuff at all, right? This is just coming from a biblical perspective, because I think order. Well, I know order creates structure. And I think these police officers, they have meetings. They say, hey, a lot of people are speeding down this street all of the time. We even had a few incidents. So on Broadway Avenue, we need to culture this up, because somebody almost died the other day. So I think so now the police officers, they have more of an incentive to focus in on Broadway, because there's a high accident rate or something. And then you will see them do more things in more areas, because things bad are happening around that area, and they're just trying to clean it up. Same with murder rates. You know what I'm saying? If this neighborhood is getting a high murder rate, all the police are going to tend to act different around there, because why? They want to clean up the numbers. The numbers look bad. These sheriffs got to get held accountable for their actions, right? And they have to solve these cases. And this nose hair is poking me. Probable cause allows U.S. police to do just about whatever they want to investigate. And some police officers abuse that power to look for trouble. Yeah, you can make that's a great argument. You can definitely I don't disagree with that. But how much is that sum too though? Is that like a common thing? Is that common, or is that like, you know what I'm saying? How much is some? And power tripping is a thing. The power tripping is very real. It's very real. I agree with you on that, because with the police officers, and man, when they go on these power tripping binges, it's crazy, bro. Like, dude, chill. We get it, dude. You got a badge, you have a gun. I get it. You use the boss, man. Use the boss. You gotta relax. I know you the biggest, baddest man in the world, dude. But you don't gotta be. You feel me? They be trying to act like drill sergeants. Like, and I get it. You gotta be strong, but it's just like, you can chill out a little bit. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I like the police, but it depends on the police department. It absolutely does. You go to a police department that, you know what I'm saying, it's police department, they're different. You know what I'm saying? One's over here, and like, I'm from Cleveland, right? We got a city called East Cleveland. Super corrupt. Super corrupt. It's a very corrupt city. Very corrupt city. The mayor's always getting in trouble. I think the mayor is like facing prison time now or something like that. And I think they're looking for a new one. I remember one like 10, 15 years ago. They caught him with like dirty pictures. He was dressing like a woman, dressing naked like a woman or something like that. He had lingerie on or something. Very corrupt city, and the police department reflects it. But I think when you have good cities, like this is a city called Pepper Pike. It's up here around here, Cleveland, Ohio. Great neighborhood, great city, great police. They don't have bad reputations, and the city reflects it. It's a great city, great people, great neighbors, great neighborhood. It's kind of sweet. But like you said, like it all depends on the police department. I think police need community support, but we also need to maintain accountability. 100%. I agree with that. And it's like 5 to 10% of us, of all of us, law enforcement. It's like 5 to 10% of all U.S. law enforcement. Oh, okay. I say like 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% are bad apples. Yeah, you can make that, because look, they say 83%, according to the Bureau of Statistics, 83% of police interactions are peaceful. So you at 5 to 10%, that kind of makes sense. I live in my city because I love the police here, bro. That's a big reason why I would move to a city. Like if I was moving anywhere, I check what the police are like first. I check the crime rate. I'm big on the marriage rate too. I'm big on the marriage rate, and if the neighborhood is full of married people, is a neighborhood full of elderly people, if is the neighborhood, what's the crime rate like? How many single people are there? And I haven't moved in a while, but I would do that. I would look at those stats like, hold on, is there married people around here? If the marriage rate is low, I probably steer clear of that. I wouldn't want to live amongst people that aren't married like that. I want a high marriage clip, because now I know those people are people that's like living for the future and not just living according to their desires. Married people tend to be people that prioritize the longevity of life. Single people kind of don't. Yeah, they kind of don't. Because when you marry, you know what I'm saying? You trying to have children, you trying to build a family. You know what I'm saying? You care about things that's going on in the neighborhood. You care about the people because your kids got to live amongst these people. Right? So you tend to, let me make sure these people, the married people line, they tend to be nicer. They're more generous because you got to live in a house full of people, right? You got to live in a house with your wife. So you learn to, you know what I'm saying, behave better with people. You learn to have better relationships with people. You learn discipline. You learn you can't really, you know what I'm saying? If as a single man, I got cousins and friends and stuff. I ain't gonna fake. These niggas always talking to girls. These niggas can't help it, right? But these niggas are single, and they kind of be doing too much. Mr. Married Man over here, I'm a lot more civil. I'm a lot more civil. So I think married people are like, I don't know, I think they're like better people to live around. And I got kids, you know what I'm saying? I want my kids to eventually marry one day. And I love for them to grow up in an environment where there's people that's married. So because you're not gonna learn what a good marriage is unless you live in a house of with married people, right? So yeah, if my kids are gonna be living amongst people, single people, it might not work out for them because they're gonna marry somebody that don't even know what marriage looks like, and then their marriage gonna be kind of ass. Like I don't want that. Like yeah. So marriage, police, the civil man in reality is a happier man, 100%, 100%. But it's not about your desires, man. When a man doesn't follow his desires and he prioritizes his duty over his desires, that's a good man. That's a man that builds resistance. Um, did you vote for Obama? I wasn't old enough to vote when Obama was running. I work in insurance. Car insurance is cheaper for married people in the USA because they are less likely to drive dangerously. 100%. 100%. I'm not gonna risk drunk driving because I have kids. Single people, they'll take the risk. They're not thinking about what they could lose. You know what I'm saying? Married people got a lot to lose. Um, 100%. Married people got so much to lose according to their own heads, right? I mean, you think most people would think about risk and stuff, or think about the risk that they take, but married people think about a lot of because it's a lot more risk to take, and so they're a lot more careful. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm sorry, ignore y'all. All depends on the city and how the neighborhoods are as well. Some police officers get a bad rap because they have to use a gun at times. They don't want to, but sometimes they have to. 100%, 100%. Probably in less of a rush to get home. Bro, I swear, when I had my first child, man, I used to really lollygag at work. Like I'm not going home. I'm not going home. I'm not going home. Until I felt sorry enough for my wife and be like, you know what? Let me go home and give her a break. Probably unless to get home. Yeah, that's serious too. That's serious too. Um, our police officers are cool. I'm in a small town, Hancock, Maryland. Ah, nice. Uh, Boo Boo Boss, all for the police, but some are way over the top, and we need to take a lot of laws off the books. We're supposed to be a free country. Yeah, I think the police makes us. I ain't gonna fake. I think the police makes us. Uh, I guess you could say it makes us less free because when you start enforcing seatbelts on people, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Shout out Hancock, Maryland. Let's go. Uh, yeah, it's kind of weird when you start policing seatbelts. I'm like, that's kind of what kind of guy. You got family from Hancock? That's what's up. My guy Boo Boo Boss, he from Hancock. But yeah, back to the seatbelts. When you start policing seatbelts, That's like communism right there. Like, dang, I can't. I'm in my car in my own personal space. Why do I need to put on a seatbelt? Like, I get it if somebody get hurt, or you know what I'm saying, you losing resources every time somebody dies. Cool. But the seatbelt thing, yeah, I just think that's kind of weird. And you're talking to a guy that I always wear my seatbelt. I never jump in the car without a seatbelt. That's just me. I was programmed into it. It's in my DNA now. I gotta wear it. I picked up the fear tactic or something. I don't know. Nobody went to jail over seatbelt tickets, though. That's true, right? But man, if I don't get a seatbelt ticket, I'm losing resources because one, I gotta drive to court now. That's gas. You feel me? Two, if I get found guilty, I gotta pay money, and it ain't cheap. I'm paying like, what if I got kids? You know what I'm saying? What if I don't have $200 to pay for a seatbelt ticket? You know what I'm saying? So I'm losing, and it's off of what exactly? Because I didn't have my seatbelt on. That's kind of lame. Like, it's super lame. I don't like that. Once that changes, then maybe it's commie. Yeah, if people gonna start going to jail for seatbelt tickets, it's definitely commie. Safety, bro, but most people just claim it's a moneymaker. I can't see it being nothing but some money making stuff. Like, what are we talking about? We're talking about a seatbelt. It's me. Is there any other laws that's like that private? It's like the South Park episode. If you ever seen the South Park episode where they had to put on seatbelts on the toilet because Clyde's mom died on the toilet because the seatbelt because the toilet seat wouldn't go. She sat on the toilet seat and the toilet seat sat on the toilet while the toilet seat was up, and she flushed the toilet and her butt got sucked out, and then she ended up dying. And then after that, after that they enforced a law to put your seatbelt on so you wouldn't die on the toilet. Like, is there any laws like that that's like that private, like for you to be and have a seatbelt or something on, and if you don't have it on, you get a ticket for it? It's kind of weird. Plenty of people went to jail over seatbelt tickets leading to probable cause. 100%. Oh, right. You're right about that one. If you go through a screen, you might see it differently. If you go through a screen, you might see it differently. What you mean, Mark? I agree with you. The seatbelt law is just a way for them to pull you over. Man, I don't get that stuff. It's like, yeah, is it? And that's what my guy Wakanda guy just said. Like, why are we getting pulled over for a seatbelt ticket or just for having a seatbelt off? That's so weird. That's super weird. Wow, I got kicked. I got kicked from your live because a person said our side is demonic, and I just said, what's more demonic than transmission, kids, abortion? That's why we stuck doing the same thing. They do block the truth. Yeah, YouTube on some straight antichrist stuff sometimes, bro. It's weird, bro. Super weird. I'm live on Rumble and I'm live on Twitch right now. Hopefully I'm not getting kicked from neither of those platforms for saying too much, or the comment section isn't. But yeah, that's lame, because when you do promote Satanism online, you don't get banned for saying hail Satan. You don't get banned for saying I'm pro-abortion. You don't get banned for being pro-homosexual. Like, you don't get banned for stuff like that. You don't. But once you know what I'm saying, you speak against the devil, right? Kanye West, he made a song called Heil Hitler, right? Terrible song. But if he was on the song saying hail Satan, Heil Satan, he wouldn't have got that. He would have been on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. He wouldn't have been banned off that stuff. Like, it's weird. Like, it kind of shows you like there's an agenda going around, and it's really, man, it's us versus them. The technology is not pro God. You hear me? Why are you pro someone who wouldn't even? What are you talking about? I agree. The seatbelt law is just a way for them to pull you over. Julian, always wear a seatbelt. Police gotta teach dummies since their mama didn't. Don't pay a seatbelt ticket, then jail. People go to jail for not paying parking tickets. Do they? Driving is a privilege. Guess you don't know people that would have died or lost teeth or broke bones. People go through windows. Oh, that's what my guy Mark was saying. If you go through a screen, you might see it differently. Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah, 100%. When people get hurt, I get, and I agree. I agree. If Yeah, you definitely see it different if you go through a screen. My thing is, I mean, I don't know how often this happens, but like, how often does somebody die because they do get stuck in the car from a seatbelt? And I know it doesn't happen more often than the other one. I think I 100% agree that it's more dangerous to not have your seatbelt on. I would, like I said, a person like me, I wear my seatbelt, front seat, back seat, whatever seat. I'm gonna wear my seatbelt. I think it's even weird that the school bus don't even have seatbelts uh, for the children. I mean, I think they're there, but they're not enforced. Uh, why the children aren't being enforced to wear seatbelts? It's weird. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, I probably would see it differently if I went through a screen, 100%. Um, you look, William Mills. Why doesn't the school bus have seatbelts? Right. I think they're there, but they aren't enforced though. It's weird. You can't burn anything on your own property in my area unless you call the police department first. Can you make a bonfire? Can you do a bonfire in your area? I know, and I'm in Ohio. We can make bonfires, but we do have like some kind of we got fire laws too. Oh snap! You on Twitch? I'm gonna follow you there. Let's go. Look. I just did my first Twitch stream yesterday. Somebody recommended I get on Twitch too and get on Rumble. So I started Rumble yesterday and I started Twitch. I'm live on Twitch and Rumble right now. Uh, let's go. Yeah. Why doesn't the school bus have seatbelts? Let's go. It's to prevent harm or death by flying out and hitting somebody else. The law is to protect those outside the car, not you in it. Okay, so the seatbelt is to protect the people that's not inside my car. Okay, okay. I mean, what happened for them to do that though? You feel me? Like, what happened for them to be like, you know what? Enough is enough. We have to make sure these people putting their seatbelts on, because if another nigga fly through a window and kill somebody, I'ma lose my what happened? Like, what happened that made people do that? Like, or made the law enforce that? And is this national? Is that a federal law? I know it's the seatbelt laws are state laws in Ohio, but is that a national thing? Glad to hear it wasn't you was glad to hear it wasn't you and was YouTube. Gives me hope. Nice. Ninja, take that hat off. Why? Uh, why do you have to do this? Why you gotta be so hateful? Come on, man. We ain't having a good time, man. We're talking about how good the police are. For once, can we come together and just praise the Lord? Jesus, happy you're still with us, mate. Oh, that happened, huh? Wait. 4 years ago, I went through a screen, and it's what the police call a bullseye. When you take the whole screen out with your head, I'm lucky to be alive. Oh my goodness, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're still here, Mark. That's scary. Tim Newman, abolish race. Yes, race is abolished. I think we're too smart for race, especially here in America. See, in America, you can use race back in the day, right? Because it was only like two colors here, then it became like three colors, then it became like four colors, but now it's like 60 colors, and you can and we know from experience now. We've been around each other enough to understand what an American is and what everybody else is. We're different. Americans are different. I relate more to a redneck hillbilly than I relate to a man from Africa. 100%. It's just the truth. Uh, what's your Twitch? My Twitch is house. It's Warhouse Pod. Warhouse WARHOUSEPOD. Warhouse Pod. None of us are 100% pure anything anyway by this point, so it really should just be American or a legal immigrant. Oh, you think only Americans should be here? Oh no, you probably not saying that. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're either American or you're from somewhere else. But Americans are we're becoming different though, because you got your first generation American is way different than a third generation American. A third generation American is it's a little bit different than the fifth generation American. Like, hey, you had to be here for a while If you've been here, your family's been here for hundreds of years, you have a different spirit and different behavior patterns than the average person that isn't from here. Like you just on a different level spiritually. It's too wooded, correct? Uh, Leave down. Come on, man. Mark, you know I ain't taking my hat off. A lot of traffic laws are made under state law after following advised research from federal agencies. Nice. Okay. The race ship has sailed. Toodaloo. Wakanda. Oh, I got the Twitch. I just seen the Twitch follower. First follower, Wakanda God. Appreciate you, brother. Y'all follow me on Twitch, man. I'm on Twitch too. So if you on Twitch, you on Rumble, follow me on Twitch and Rumble. And if you on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Glad to be here. Let's go, Mark. I never judge a person by the color of their skin, but I do judge by the color of one's heart and flag. And you see where you see where I'm at. You hear me? You see where I'm at with it. USA all day, MAGA all day. You feel me? If you hit someone and they were not wearing a seatbelt, how much do you make from this act? Rocky, come on, man, that's me. What you talking about, man? You tripping? How much we taking? Nothing, man. I'm not even monetized. Look here is don't drink. There's no such thing as a plantation today. Stop it. What is you talking about? Dustin, would you rather stream here or on other platforms? You're killing it with the subscriptions in the last 34 days here, though. I like YouTube. I think YouTube is cool, man. I always had an interest in YouTube. But yeah, man, to get 1,000 subscribers in like 8 days, I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't think that was possible on YouTube. Mind you, I've been on YouTube forever. I used YouTube forever, but I never created a channel. And at least stayed on it, right? But I finally, created a channel and was just like, all right, let me be a talking head. And here we are, man, 1,000 subscribers in 8 days. That's kind of cool. It's kind of special. I like it. Francisco Gonzalez, 90% stuck in a party that has reversed their well-being, but there is no plantation. They got you, my boy. Sad. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not on any plantation. I'm with the Lord. Let me start. There I go again, reading them negative comments, y'all. I got y'all. Let me leave them alone. William Mills, I believe we're all children of God. I remember one song from Sunday school. Jesus loves all the children of the world. Red, yellow, black, white. We are all precious in His sight. I'm still having thoughts on thinking. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still on my journey, right? I'm a new Christian. I'm a born again Christian though, because I understand the purpose of life. But scripture, I'm not the well versed in scripture. But what I am having trouble with is understanding: are we all children of God? Because of what Jesus was telling the Pharisees. Like, if you were a son of Abraham, you would do the works of Abraham. You wouldn't be here trying to kill me. So and he said you can't be a son of Abraham. You are of your father Satan. And that got me to thinking, maybe there are people that's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, that aren't supposed to. I think we all have access. I think we do. We all have the opportunity to follow the Lord, but I don't think anything's. Did you say that word, predetermined? I don't think it's on default. Like, these people are going to be the children of God and these people are going to be something else. But I do have trouble believing that we're all children of God because of what Jesus told the Pharisees. Not true. First generation Americans are making more than fourth and fifth. Fire is different. I mean, yeah, your fire can be definitely different, Rocky. But I'm talking about your spirit, like the way you behave, the way you act, the way you treat others. Americans have this, especially like Western culture. Like, they have, like, Americans, we have this. Hey, how's it going? Howdy, what's going on? Hi. We're very friendly. You know what I'm saying? Especially me, I'm a very charismatic person. But in Russia, they're very stoic. They're not gonna smile if it's not something to smile about. They're not gonna laugh if it's nothing to laugh about. You know, in the West, we fake a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pretend a lot. Like, hey, how's it going, buddy? Like we'll do all of that, but it don't be really genuine for real. We're just being nice. We're being generous. In Russia, there is none of that. I'm not about to fake nothing. Hey, how's it going? They don't even say hi. If like you when you walk past an Americans, hey, how you doing, man? Good, good, man. Good to see you. All right, man. Take care. Bye. Russians don't do that. Like if they don't need to say anything to you, they're not gonna say anything to you. Bazil, we like you, man, and we like you. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I like you, brother. You're a good man. I'm glad I stumbled on your live stream. Thanks, William. Appreciate you, man. I like you too, man. I like good people, man. I love people that love righteousness, man. That's who I am. No smoke alarm beep. Chill out, man. Why you wearing that hat every day? Because I want to make America great again, and I want to establish something into your mind that, because there's this notion that people that wear this hat are like racists and KKK members, and I'm just here to show y'all that it's not true. Like, I know people that wear this hat that represents MAGA, and that's not big Trump people, because especially now, like since Trump's been the president, MAGA ain't so really Trump friendly, because of, what I'm saying, now look, we gonna support the president. We hope the president does his thing, and we support our leaders 100%. But this is not a Trump cult. You feel me? This is a we want to make America great again. We want America to be great again. That's what this is all about. We want to get to our traditional ways and values. We want to return the man back to the home, and we want the man to be righteous again. That's what the whole MAGA thing is about. I know what they told y'all. I know they tricked y'all. I know that they have this. I know that they gave y'all this notion that make America great again mean we wants the slaves back, but that's not true at all. It's not. Like, because the people that have the mindset like me realize how blessed we are, and how even more blessed we were back then when we were in order. But this is why I'm here. I'm here to show you guys that his hat doesn't mean what you think it means. Like, I thought Kanye was crazy too. When I seen him in the MAGA, I'm like, what is this dude talking about? Why does he have a MAGA hat on? But I get it. Did you get pulled in two? Come on, man. No. Wow. Can you see my comments? 158 Tony Cat. Why do so many Black Americans vote Democrat when they founded the Klan, oppose civil rights, and still today oppose school vouchers? Because what the Democrats do, they're good at feeding into people's desires, especially people that's desperate. Liberals, people on the left, they're people that don't recognize the blessings that's in front of them. They can only point out and make arguments for the things that they hate and the things that they're against, because they're not paying attention to what's good in their life. And what the Democrats are good at is showing you, like, look, guys, this is how we can fix the bad things that's happening in your life, while ignoring that the fact that if you do put this or establish this law or rule or bill, you're gonna take away something that's good from the country. And like defunding the police. This is the exact topic that I'm on now. Defunding the police hurts us. It doesn't help us. But they have this notion that, what I'm saying? Like I said, the Democrats, liberals, they look at the world like it's bad. They have pessimistic mindsets, and they think that the police are is a bad entity or have a bad purpose. So when you say defund the police to them, because they're just looking at the bad apples in the police department, they say, let's go, yeah, defund the police. Because they're not looking at the good in the police. They're not looking at the positivity of the police. They're not looking at law and order. They're not looking at justice. They're looking at, we need to get rid of these bad apples. Let's defund the police. The whole time you defund the police, you're cooking the entire community. It's fried. Everything you just said was a lie. No, it wasn't. Yo, that plantation comment was for you. It was for BG. Oh, okay. I got you, bro. You don't know Russians. BG, why you on my head, man? Get off my back. I want America to be affordable for everyone, not just for the millionaires and billionaires, but for the average person. 100%. Me too. I know what the statistics look like. I know what the numbers look like. The average salary was like $1,000, and the average home was $2,000. That's 2 times. The average home was 2 times the average income. Today is 7 times the average income. That's not good. We need to get. I would love to get that again. I would love to have the economy like that again, but man, these big businesses and corporations done took over, and I don't know if we can return back to it being 2 times the average income, but we need to get it back to something. I like the economy 2017 through 2021. When Trump was the president last time, it was pretty smooth. It was. I think COVID rocked us real hard, but man, I tell you, before 2020, man, we was straight. If you think about that, guys, it wasn't like racism wasn't like really big like that. Like, man, there was a lot less tension amongst people. The now the immigrant thing that was real, but it still wasn't. You feel me? It still wasn't a huge issue when Biden got up in there. That boy took brung everybody over. Um, do unto others how you would have them do unto you. There's a documentary about how a Chinese corporation took over a U.S. company. Wow, you gotta show me what that is. I'm thousands of miles away, but we love Trump. Truth to power. Let's go. Uh, they teach themselves about Western work culture. They teach the future supervisors for the factory. You have to say good job when they do their work. That way they are satisfied with their work. I love this comment right here. Dems destroy and reps repair. Man, I honestly believe that. Like, and yeah, and the Republican, they can be corrupt and do evil things too. Especially, we seeing that now. We seeing it exist now. Big shout out to RFK Jr. Man. He's doing amazing work. He's doing God's work right there, brother. I got a lot of love for him. He can, and I'm not gonna push and say, oh, he could do more. He could do more. He's doing good, man. I love what RFK is doing. Now, as far as the rest of the cabinet, I don't know. I'm not huge, and I'm not huge fans of it, but like I like what the Republicans are doing right now. They're doing a decent job. Foreign policy, they're doing okay, right? But I do not support this funding of this genocide happening. I don't like that stuff. Like what Israel is doing to Gaza, the Israeli government, I do feel like they're corrupt. And I don't like the fact that anti-Semitism is being sparked up now because of what they're doing. Like it's a shame. It's a shame because like I said, I love everybody. And especially with the right and with the conservative movement and MAGA in general, I'm seeing this rise of, man, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. I'm seeing it like it's clear as day. But what and it's happening on behalf of their government being corrupted. It's not the people, like the citizens of Israel. They aren't. It's like they're doing anything wrong. Now they a lot of people become very influential in those parts of in Israel, but the people in general, they aren't committing the genocide. It's their government, and man, I just wish like America just didn't have so much hands in it, because that's us doing that. Like we're complicit and we're actually funding a genocide. That's kind of evil. Kind of evil. That's evil. Like, and then the fact that we took all foreign aid from all other countries. I think it was like 77 countries, and then you only took them all out, and then you only paid. Now it's only two. We only give foreign aid to two countries, Israel and Egypt. Eh, that's fried. That's fried. I can't get behind that. I just can't get behind that. I just can't. It's that's not. You're on another level when you come up with that with me. Like I can't support stuff like that. We want to get back to that economy, but it would cause a corporate funded civil war. Whew. Yeah. Um. Look, if whatever we can do to get back, I'm down. You hear me? Because I like that. I like how it used to be. Are you running for president or something? No. This is rage bait. This guy couldn't name a single piece of legislation. Yes, I can. Um, uh, he is Uncle Ruckus. Yes, I is, boss. Um, is this guy for real? He's just, come on. Why y'all coming here hating on me for, man? Like, why y'all coming here hanging on? Man, I'm in here. We in here talking about the police. Basil, appreciate that. So much anti-Semitism. Um, yeah, it's definitely a thing. I never seen it happen in person. I just see it happening online. I don't see people of Israel being attacked or anything like that. Criticizing Israel is not anti-Semitism, but that's the thing. You're not. Your people aren't. It's not Israel. Israeli government. You're attacking when you see people talking about the Jews, right? They're talking about, most people are talking about the actual people, the people that live over there, the Jewish people. But it's not the Jewish people. Like it's like saying the Americans are destroying Gaza right now. No, we aren't. It's our administration is doing it. Our military is doing it, but it isn't us. We're not doing it. Let's go. I've been disappointed in this administration so far. Not actually, I get getting things done, but I do support the idea of MAGA 100%, man. Like 100%. I'm MAGA all day because I realize how good it used to be. And it's not rocket science to understand how sweet it was, especially for Black Americans. 100%. Let's go. Not a single Trump hater here can reply to which party founded the KKK and which president did Robert Byrd's eulogy, the Grand Wizard of KKK, but they think they have answers. Yeah, it's sad. I love the passion of Miller. Is this Facebook live chat? This is YouTube. I'm seeing YouTube symbols on yours. 2 people just died in DC for it. Yeah, exactly, right. For what the Israeli government is doing, 2 people in DC were killed for it. And the dude said, free Palestine. Like, dang, did they have something to do with it? Like, I don't like that. Like, just like how I don't like how these innocent civilians are being killed in Gaza. Like, that part is just wicked. It's sick, right? That same thing with that couple that just got killed in DC. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. Francisco, free my dog. Man, look, hey Dustin, it's 12, man. It's 12:54. You know, I gotta slide. And then the what's the names is in here now? What you call them? The hate bots. The hate bots in here now. They wanna stir up confusion and get away from what we talking about. But hey, it's all good. Come to the UK if you want to see anti-Semitism. It's rife, but we stand with God's children always. Okay, you in the UK, Mark? Man, look. Is it actually happening out there? Like, is it actually, like, are the Jewish people of Israel, are they being like attacked in real life? You know, just a lot of talk online, but is it actually happening in person? That's something I haven't seen. And I live amongst people that's Jewish. There's a lot of people, you said it's bad? Man, that's messed up. But hey man, we need more police, right? We need police. If you are anti-police, you are pro-chaos. And look, I'm gonna end it with a prayer. Let's go. The hat is off, guys. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you again for just keeping me interacting with the people, man. Like, I'm super excited about this. I get to talk to people about Jesus, I get to talk to people about God, about order. And I'm praying for everyone in this chat. I'm praying for everyone in my family. I'm praying for loved ones, lost ones. I'm praying for the sick. I'm praying for our leaders. And I just want to make sure that you keep your door open to them. Although all of us aren't believers, I'm sure that when it's all said and done, you'll get enough of us into the kingdom. And in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Let's go. Look, I'll be screaming, but you know, since midnight, the kids sleep. But man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.